Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to paint lavender, one of my favorite plants. It's very easy and fun to do. Lavender is one of those herbs that you can put in a sachet, which I have here. You smush it up and it wakens up the smell. So relaxing, and I keep it with me all the time in my purse if I need it, a little whiff during the day. And right now I'm going to put it on my painting table while we paint. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to paint lavender. And what I did was I took a regular size 9 by 12 inch piece of paper and I just scored it. I folded it, I scored it, and I ripped it in half. Because lavender is a small plant and I wanted to do just a small little painting, and then you can use the other half of the paper to paint something else. So what I have here is just a hard backing, pretty hard piece of cardboard. I'm going to put my paper on there and I'm just going to tape it down on two sides. I'm going to tape it down on the bottom, go about an inch or so in. It might be a little bit more than an inch. Again, with the painter's tape, it's the easiest. It removes easily, and that looks good to me. It's crooked on my cardboard, but I don't care. So just go over the lines a little bit because we're going to paint right up to those, and then we're going to rip the paint off. Today I'm using a round size 2 brush, and if I need it, I'm going to also use a 0 size. So I whipped up some green already over here, and I think I'm going to add to it a little bit, make it a little more vibrant. And there's the green. So, and I might add just a little brown to it, just to make it a richer green. There we go. So I have my round 2 brush, and as you can see, it's loaded with paint, and it comes to a point. And in order to make lines, very thin lines, you hold your paintbrush vertical to the paper, and with a very light pressure, and moving your whole arm, not just your wrist, move your whole arm, and you'll go like this for some stems for your lavender. Reload the brush. Vertical, hold, very light pressure. That one right there meant I did not have enough paint on my brush. It wasn't wet enough. Just going to go over it again. We're going to make a lovely little area of lavender. They can cross over each other. They can go long. And now I'm just going to change that green up just a tad, so we have a little bit of dimension in our leaves, our stems. Just a little bit of a different color. Not all stems are the same color in nature, so why should they be on the paper, right? You can do flicking motions too. If you don't want to use your whole arm and you're just doing short strokes, just do a flicking motion. Start on the tape and just flick. Practice on another piece of paper if you like. Or just keep flicking, okay? And maybe we'll have a little different of a color over here. More of a dark, not quite so emeraldy. Here we go, that's pretty good. Do a little bit of that. The number 2 brush doesn't hold much paint, so I have to keep going in and getting more. I got a little smushed together here, but that's okay. Very light pressure, vertical hold on the brush. So, before we make our lavender flowers, we have to let this dry. Most of it. We can start working on the outer edges with our lavender. So you know what, I'm going to keep with the number 2 brush, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab my purple, just straight from the pan. Load it up really well. And then I'm going to start up here because this guy's dry. So just to make a lavender bloom, we're going to stipple. This is stippling. And I think a lavender is either oblong shape, pointy at the top, can be a little bit rounder on the side. There's our first lavender. I'm doing here. Just stippling with a very wet brush. And if it's not wet enough, go back in and get more. And if you get little puddles of purple, that's fine, they'll dry. Start here. And as you see this, I'm looking at this stem and it's heading that way. So I'm going to have my flower head point the same way. Almost like, looks like they're blowing in the breeze a little bit. One here, same thing, the stem's going this way. I'm going to go this way with my flower. They don't all have to be shaped exactly the same because they're not like that in nature, right? Let's do one over here. Just stippling. Dot, 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 dot. In a random way. You don't want to, I'll show. You don't want to go like dot, 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 dot. That doesn't look natural. So we're going to just stipple in there, fix it up. Just keep making your lavender flowers. This is almost pretty dry now, which is great. So we can put some in here. Put a flower head in here. Put one over here. See, this stem's going that way. That's why I made my flower pointing in this direction. This is an easy one. Oh, what happened here? Oh, wow. But you know what? I fixed him. The ones in the foreground of your painting probably should be bigger. We can pretend those are in the foreground, the background. And then just take a second to look at it. See where maybe you want to put another flower. I'm going to pretend there's a stem right about here somewhere because right here needs something. So I can always go back in later. If it looks like it's just hanging out nowhere, I can just add a stem, right? Very relaxing. Laser focused on what you're doing. If you don't like one you already did, if it needs a little bit more oomph to it, just go right back and add it in. It's your painting, however you want it. Let's see, do you think I need any more? Maybe one right here, because that guy's just hanging out with nothing on it. And I'm going to call that done. That is my lavender. Wipe off your tape. I usually wait till it's dry, but it's pretty close. And I wanted to show you the after. So now you have a beautiful little painting that you can frame or just rest upon something. And every time you look at it, you remember how relaxing lavender is. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, do all the things. Thanks.